Thank you so much for joining me on e-commerce empires, and you are watching this on the YouTube channel, which is e-commerce dynasty at this time. So today I want to talk a little bit about how to start a dropshipping store, and I'm going to talk about the pros of dropshipping and also the cons of it because it's very important. And then next we'll be talking about beginner affiliate marketing training, because I think it's very important that if you are someone that does not want to own a store, that you do have the ability to see what else is out there. So that's what we'll be talking about today. So in part one, we'll be talking about the pros and cons of dropshipping, and then next we'll be discussing other options as well. So the first thing I want to go ahead and focus on, and the pros and cons of dropshipping are, the fact that you're creating a store is something that you do need to take serious. A lot of people don't take it seriously, and that's kind of why they fail. So you're going to pick a low barrier to entry niche you can use a Unicorn Smasher, Google Trends, and Keyword Planner. So if you're not sure what Unicorn Smasher is, let me open up a new tab so you can see what I'm talking about, just to kind of let you see what I am speaking about. It's a free program that I've used before in some of my videos, and I think it's something you can actually download through Chrome. If you would like, you can actually go to the Chrome store. You can actually visit their website and download from there as well, and it shows you, how you can actually find hot products to sell online. So this is actually Unicorn Smasher here, and you can use it absolutely free. So as you can see, you get a full dashboard, you get data, you get sales estimates and everything. You can sell yourself some times of research. Also, this is definitely a free option, and then these are all the benefits of using it. So even FBA, Amazon seller, and I'll be talking a little bit about Amazon seller throughout this actual training right now, but at this time we're just talking about drop shipping in general, like creating your own store. I can even help you create images like this, through the training as well. Just with a short product training on images and the type of images you want to have on your website, and they're always going to look good. That's definitely a plus. The other one I want to talk about is Google Trends, and I'm just going to show you something really quick here with Google Trends. Now I only have a couple more minutes, so I don't want to take too much of your time. So I'm going to go to Google Trends really quick, and I'm just going to do a really quick search in a trend I know that is really something that a lot of people are looking for. This is guns. Obviously that wouldn't be a good trend option for some, just because so I'm just doing a quick search, and you would use Google Trends this way, and I'm just gonna give you a quick analysis on how you would use it. This is through web search. We're gonna go through shopping really fast. You can change the categories in the last 12 months. You can change it over time, and let's just say in Canada they're looking for this, and you can actually separate it through sub-region, but this is the areas that you would target. That's just a quick way. You can download it, embed it, use it for your own Google account. You can go through a city, but it's not telling us much. So those are the areas you're going to use. Just wanted to show you that really quick. So those are the two options. Keyword Planner, I'll have to show you that on another training. So the next one is product descriptions for all products, easy copy and paste to the document. So I'm going to show you something really quick with Amazon. A lot of people do this with their affiliate stores, and then they actually resell the product for more through a drop shipping store, through their own store. Okay, so we're going to go through Amazon.com, and then I'm going to look up baby bottles. Let's just go to that. And we're going to use we're going to try to find a private label brand. These are some names. This is Even Flow. Those are very top name brands. Let's just go to this one. This is just an example. I'm not saying that this is a top rated product, but it does have a lot of reviews, so it looks like you don't really. So in this, there's 5. I always recommend 5. There's more details to the product. Obviously here it tells you what it's made out of. You do want to have this type of product description with a lot of words in it that describes the type of, the world continues to change right in front of our eyes, stuff like that, that's going to catch people's attention and giving you some great benefits of using the product. So here's some great description of that product, but they have 5 bullet points, and I think it's important that we do talk about those 5 bullet points in detail. So I'll be back in a second telling you more information about how to start a dropshipping store. But sorry about that. I guess I thought I had less time than I thought. So out of that, so the product descriptions, you're going to have 5 bullet points. I'm going to put that under there. 5 bullet points are standard. And you'll see that as you move forward. Okay, you're going to add the benefits of using the product. So then next, I'm going to talk about forms. You can actually create a Google form or even a form of your own, but Google Forms are the easiest. Google Forms. And in that, you're just going to add a form that's going to be like your supplier name, shipping time, contact name, phone number if applicable. Maybe it's not. Maybe you just want to talk through email. You're also going to have their link to the products you're selling. So those are the things you want to make sure to have. And then, of course, the price and profit margin. Okay, so that's also important too. Your price and profit margin are very, very important. So you also want to make sure you have a sales funnel for your dropshipping store, and that can be done with Mail Chimp. You have, your list and then your sequence of emails that go to your customers. You also have the ability, not only with that, with your email list, you can actually process with refunds and exchanges, policy, terms of use. Talk about that with your customers if they have any questions. Your fax, everything are yours. You don't have to worry about other people making them yours themselves and telling you what to do. And that's one of the things that a lot of people don't like. When you are on another platform, other people are telling you what to do with your website. So that's some of the things that a lot of people don't like, is that you don't have any control over what is being said, what your return policy is. If you have more control over an Amazon seller account as a dropshipper than you would as a regular Prime FBA type user that's actually a seller on that level. They can do whatever they want. So just know that you can get refunds instantly on Prime, whereas on other ones you can't. Certain things they say they get it, so I'm not going to go into that right now, but pretty much the fax process with refunds, exchanges, policy, terms of use are yours. You can auto-generate them with WordPress, generate it with Shopify is free, and WordPress plugin free. So and I'm sorry, I'm just kind of correcting some of these boo-boos. So those are auto-generated. There's a couple plugins that you can use with WordPress, and then with Shopify, it's already built in within your platform when you're logged in. So your profit margin and then per sale is actually very important. And I'm just going to put a lot of these phrases in here. Profit margin per sale, very important, because if you don't figure that out in the beginning, you have nothing. You'll end up paying more for your customers to even just to sell them something, which it shouldn't work that way. You make the rules, your customers list, your emails. You have control over your policy of your refund and shipping and everything. You set the store operation times, your call center, whatever you may have it, your chat line. You have automated systems that you can make money while you're sleeping. I had a sale the other day that I didn't even know was there. You can use Shopify Overload, or you can do yourself one by one. I have about 100 products in my store, and if I did 20 products every week, 5 products a day, then I could have 100. You could have 100 items in your store. So I think these are absolutely things that you could do in your store. I hope that this has provided you some insight on how you can start a dropshipping store, and I'm going to talk to you in part 2 about the cost of it. So I hope this is something that it will help you with deciding on what to do with your store, obviously. But I can go into that now. Actually, I have a few more minutes, it looks like. So with the cons of a drop shipping store, it's obviously going to be that, depending on how you set it up. And I'll just write these out next time when I come back. I'm not going to waste your time in typing that out here. The cons of a drop shipping store, one would be that, your supplier sends them their own prices, and then they're like, oh, well, I'm not buying from you anymore. And then you're just stuck with no sales anymore because now they took your customer. So what I do is I actually go through Amazon, Light in the Box, DHgate, AliExpress, depending on the, which supplier I'm working with. I have a limit of a couple of suppliers. I work with 3 of them. After I get those 3, I don't request any more buyer requests from AliExpress or Alibaba. So that means I'm working with 3 suppliers that give me one set price. And then after time, they start making the price lower because they see that I'm ordering from them on a consistent basis. So I think that's very important as well. So with that being said, you want to control that, but you also have to take the time to figure out price differences and how much shipping and time it takes for them to really ship you the product. So if you have slow shipping with the supplier, that could cause issues with your customers. That would cause refunds. And then if you spent the money already, you end up putting money out of your pocket to pay them. And, if you made the products yourself, you may want to really think about it. I make my own stuff, and there was a time actually just a couple of orders ago that I made something that didn't work out, and I ended up having to eat the money that I actually thought I was going to make. So you have to think about that too. You could lose money sometimes. It's just how it works. Another thing you have to worry about as well is having low quality products being just shipped to your customers and you not seeing it, and then you just thinking, oh, well, let me start this dropshipping store. And when you don't think about it that way, and then you just start a store and then don't think about it in that way, that it could make things really hard for you to sustain customers. If your products aren't good, they're just not going to come back. That's how it is. And then some people just don't buy again because maybe that one time they bought and it's just easier for them now to buy it. It might not just be that it's your fault. So that's another con of drop shipping. That's blind drop shipping, which I recommend you never do. You always want to buy the product and test it out beforehand before really buying a lot of it. So I've even worked with other suppliers that are on eBay. You don't only find them on DHgate and all those other ones. You can actually find them in the US on eBay too. So that's another con of drop shipping is slow shipping, low quality product. Maybe the product breaks, or there's safety issue, it doesn't work, you're refunding them. Those are like the common drivers of refunds and issues. Then you have scams, and then you have to cover yourself on cons of that as well, because if people can scam you, use PayPal or something like that. Maybe you should use Stripe because that's a better payment option for your customers. And I just took PayPal completely off my website. I don't work with PayPal anymore just because because they the customer controls the refund, and I'm not. If I'm really feeling like they gonna make a stink, I will refund the customer. I have no problem doing that. I just refunded someone the other day because I knew that I couldn't supply the order, and I just used the product for someone else. I've given it to someone as a gift, whatever. It's not like I spent $1 million on it. I would have been something I use anyway, so it wasn't that bad. But sometimes you have those events where you don't really plan for the losses that you might have, and that's what are the cons of drop shipping online and any store, for that matter. So thank you so much for joining me on the e-commerce empires. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And this was actually the guide on how to start a drop shipping store, telling you the pros and cons of it. And up next, I'm going to talk about affiliate marketing and the ease of use of that, because I think people really like that concept of doing business online using affiliate marketing versus drop shipping, because you don't have to deal with customer service. If you own your own website, you will have to deal with customer service. And if you need some insight on that, I'll be talking to you next after the affiliate marketing on how to deal with really hard to deal with customers on your drop shipping store, or even just your direct selling type store, if you have that type of store itself. So I want to thank you for taking the time out and watching this. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you make a lot of sales in your new Shopify WordPress store. If you want help on how to build it, I will be doing a tutorial on how to build a store with your own custom brand. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll be talking about the best free themes.